speaking of Star Wars, there's new rumors, and I feel like we haven't gotten like a casting rumor in Star Wars in like forever. And I think Ryan Gosling was like the last one, maybe, right? Check it out. Jodie Comer apparently is in talks for Shawn Levy's Star Wars. This is a story. Jodie Comer, Killing Eve, Free Guy, Last Duel. What was she in Free Guy?
Remember, she was the main female lead that he was going after. Right.
Stop. I'm talking to myself when I say stop it. I'm thinking of Fall Guy. Apparently, she's reportedly in talks for an undisclosed role in the new Star Wars film being directed by Deadpool and Wolverine helmer Shawn Levy at Disney and Lucasfilm. My Time to Shine Hello broke the news saying that Comer is set to join the previously announced 3-time Oscar nominee Ryan Gosling in the project, which has been in development since 2022, written by Levy and Jonathan Tropper. The project is reportedly a contained standalone film, not one connected to the Skywalker saga, but confirmed to be set after that saga's events. It is also claimed that the new film will have a significantly smaller budget than the previous Disney Star Wars films. Good. Comer briefly appeared as the biological mother of Rey in Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, how does that work out? And previously worked with Levy on Free. Maybe she's an alien or something. I don't know. Yeah. It's expected that the film will see Gosling's unnamed lead set to be accompanied by a younger character who is a Jedi Padawan. Kathleen Kennedy, Shawn Levy, and Jonathan Tropper will produce. Filming on this Star Wars is being earmarked to get underway in the UK earlier this year. Wow, they're really moving this one forward. I think you guys said that on the hot mic, though, right? Like that, it would make sense. It is. So it's going to be. So if it goes, Mandalorian and Grogu is going to be in the summer.
Yeah.
So you would assume that this is going to come out, if not in December, because they were supposed to have that Rey movie in December of 2026. That probably won't happen. So you would assume that this is probably going to come out in May of 2027.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, 100%. That Rey movie's, come on, man.
I think it'll happen, but I think that it'll also. I think Rey's going to wind up showing up in this Shawn Levy movie.
Well, that was the rumors that Shawn Levy had a maybe older Rey in his storytelling. But look, you bring in two really strong actors in Ryan Gosling and Jodie Comer. You are taking a massive step forward in the approach you're taking with the actors you want involved in this project, and also what you pointed out, the lower budget. I think that makes it all the more exciting to see what you can create. Look, and I want to see what Shawn Levy can do with this kind of project, because clearly with Deadpool and Wolverine, he knew exactly the right tone to take with that thing and made over $1 billion with Ryan Reynolds' help, of course. But this is a different approach. This feels like possibly a little more of a serious approach to Star Wars when you bring in these two fantastic actors. This is not going to be madcap fun. This is going to be a little more serious. So that makes me excited, and especially the budget being reduced means it's going to be more ground-based, and so that makes me excited as someone who loves Andor so much. So yeah, I'm down.
Same. I hope that by smaller budget they mean like 120 to 150.
Yeah,
which is what Star Wars should play in if you're going to do a May movie. But that's the kind of decision making that you want. That's the kind of let's do smaller budgets. Let's get good actors. Let's take it a little bit more serious. And let's get away from like the volume stuff. And I love the shot that they took at the volume in the studio. I love that. So when they do this and they have this kind of story, it does make you go, okay, well, maybe this is the movie that really gets people talking about Star Wars again. You hope, you cross your fingers, because the last movie, and it's so funny, the movie that has aged the best, at least for me, I think, the movie that has aged the best out of the new era is Rogue One.
Yeah, 100%.
That has aged the best, because I remember seeing going, this is a really good movie. The more it ties into the actual original trilogy, the more that it ties into easily the best show that they have written in Andor, and the approach on how it feels like Star Wars. It just feels like that feeling of what you felt like when you first fell in love with Star Wars.
Yeah.
So I think that if they do that, and they're still waiting. Like, I still don't think there has been an incredible Star Wars movie yet. I like Rogue One a lot. I think it's a really good movie. There hasn't been a great Star Wars movie since. I mean, some will say I would call Return of the Jedi great. I mean, I still think that there's I would have preferred Wookiees over Ewoks, but I'm still going to call it great. Okay. So I will say there hasn't been a great Star Wars movie. People will argue and say that the younger generation will say Revenge of the Sith and other things too, and It's fair. I have learned to really have a full appreciation of the prequels. Now, being a dad and everything too, and going back and rewatching those and seeing them in different eyes, I really like the prequels. But I don't think there's been a great Star Wars movie since Return of the Jedi. I think, could this movie be the next great Star Wars? I don't know if I'd bet on it. I don't know if I'd bet on it in Vegas. But some directors out there knowing the same thing, what I just said, saying, we can take it home. We can take it home. And if we can win the championship, we'll be on that pedestal forever.
I think the task is, can we get people excited about Star Wars again, and theatrically? And I think that's the bar, right? It'd be great if it's one of these greatest Star Wars films ever made type of thing. I hope it'd be awesome if it hit that. But I think I think their goal, the bar should absolutely be, we should make a damn good movie that people will get excited about us theatrically going forward, what we're going to create. And so I think that's really the thing they need to hit. And hopefully they have the right combination with the writers, actors, and director here to make that happen. Because I mean, you don't want Star Wars to be on a downturn. You don't want people to be creating whole movements against Star Wars. You want it to do well. It's an uplifting a series of films that you can always go back to when you're in a down place and can inspire you. So you want more things to add to that appeal to the mainstream Star Wars fans. So hopefully that's what they do here. But yeah, getting people excited again, that should be the main goal.
It is. And they're going to do that. Look, you can do that in a bunch of different ways.
Yeah.
You can do it with a director announcement, as we talked about with Quran. I don't necessarily think that Shawn Levy is going to get that kind of, oh, they got Shawn Levy, oh my God, it's going to be great Star Wars.
Right.
Not the same conversation. He's a guy who just made a lot of money. Can he do it without Ryan Reynolds? I like a lot of Shawn Levy. I love Real Steel. I love Real Steel. And I hope that we have that kind of emotion in the new Star Wars movie. But his name alone doesn't get you too excited. It gets you curious.
Right.
Ryan Gosling starts to get you excited.
Yes.
And you go, okay, Ryan Gosling in a Star Wars movie. I'm interested. What else you got? And then you start putting quality people. Like Jodie Comer is a perfect example, I think, of really good casting, because she doesn't break your bank, and you get a really good actress in the process.
Yeah.
Start to pepper this movie with that type of caliber. I like that person a lot. Are they expensive? Not right now. They will be after this movie. Like, we're going to make them expensive, but they're not expensive for us. That's really good. And then the way you really get people is that first trailer.
Yeah.
People with that first teaser, and you go, okay, now I know what you're going for. But if it comes in, you're going, same old shit, looks exactly the same. Okay, here we go. And then Shawn Levy doesn't seem to me as someone who's going to have a message film. He's making a movie.
Yeah.
Star Wars does not need another message film. It does not need another message television show. It needs a movie.
The message is already inherent in the franchise. Yeah,
100%. It's already there.
Yeah,
it's already there. Those won't beat. Even to rephrase it, you should just don't beat us over the head with the message.
Yeah.
That's it. All right. Well, I asked you guys about this casting. Do you like the fact that Jodie Comer is being rumored for this role? Do you think she's right for Star Wars? Do you want to see her in Star Wars? Do you want to see this movie, or are you just done with it overall? Put your comments in there. Tell me what you think.